You know, Zach, there's one word I think that we would all like to delete from our vocabulary. That's the word wrong. And when we look at the next item here, the forecast is wrong. You've got the wrong inventory and you need a run strategy. Would you explain that?
Yeah, I will. Forecast is some of the things that we continually hear that's a problem. If we could just get a good forecast, we'd know what to produce. So up here on the board, you see different trucks with different products, and if we could just understand more about what to make, then we would actually be able to put the right inventory in the warehouse. The way I explain your demand forecast is just like the weather forecast. If you ask me what to wear 2 days from now, I'm going to pretty much get that right. But if you ask me what to wear a month from now or 2 months from now, I have no idea. And your customer demand patterns are the same way. They change very, very rapidly. So we're going to approach this a lot differently. The first thing we're going to do is actually recognize there's different types of demand streams for your customers, but we're really our number one countermeasure is just really reducing your lead time and making you a lot more responsive so that quite frankly you don't care whenever the demand changes.
So, as we become more efficient and effective, our forecasting allows us to predict our needs a month, 2 months, maybe a year in advance?
It's a great question. What we're going to do is actually approach this with a runner, repeater, stranger analysis and actually use some statistics to figure out really what are your finished products that are stable enough that you can actually put in stock. The other ones that are actually repeaters or strangers, statistically, we're going to actually say run those to order to make sure that you actually don't put those in inventory. The thing to recognize about the amount of inventory that any manufacturer needs is that amount of inventory is a simple math calculation of demand times lead time. So if you have 4 weeks to make your product, somewhere in your supply chain you're going to have most likely 4 weeks of inventory. So our goal within this is to actually drive your lead time down so that you actually can drive your inventory down. Theoretically, if your lead time was 0,
yes,
you would need no inventory. But within all these different products that you're making, the one central theme is changeover. Your machines are having to change over to make those different products. So the tool that we're going to use is SMED, and Moray software is really the technique that we're actually going to apply.
So it sounds to me like you're focusing on all the time that tends to get wasted in setup and retooling and the processes that fall into how do you manufacture the right thing at the right time and get that out to the customer.
That's exactly right. We want to make your changeovers so short that they're insignificant. We want you to make every part that you sell every day. And whenever you're able to drive down the lead time, theoretically to 0, you physically won't need any inventory. And all that really goes back to SMED and changeover.